Hey everybody, Dean from Dean Scale Model Zone. Here to um, share my response, my opinion on Jason's question to the community, which from Jason from Blue Ox Model Shop. Anyways, he had a question out for the community about is it should you be worried or feel worried about and is your model good enough to enter a contest, a show? For competition. Um, anyways, my response is I would say it depends. Are you actively trying to win and place? In that case, just like the real car um, fabricators or customizers, if they're put their car in a show, they're gonna stress and make sure that they're doing the absolute best they can to compete because it's some tough competition out there. You got to make sure you're doing the best you can, and sometimes your best might not be as good as someone else's best. I mean, that's in sports and anything. Um, but anyways, so yeah, I guess if you're going to build something towards competition, then yeah, I mean it's normal. It's okay to feel some worry or stress because you're entering that territory where you are your main concern or at the is to win, play something. The other way I would say no, it's not okay to worry, and in the way that you're building, like some have said before, you build to you build as you want to build. Well, and that's fine if you're happy with that and you're happy with your model, that's all that matters in the end. I mean, they're just plastic toys in a way that we put our artistic touch on them. Um, so I would say, it's not okay to worry if you're entering for fun and you enter just in a show, maybe just take a chance. You never know. Um, every show is different. Every show has different levels of competition. Maybe even if every category has its own level of competition, so it's not always again what you're entering in. So take a chance, and every time you build a model, maybe like for me, what I like to do is I like to strive to do better each model, as if I'm striving to get better, to be on a competition level. um, and then like each build I will progressively improve, like um, there's some other channels where they said, and it's true with anything, you improve over time. Some people are naturals at it. I'm jealous of them, but some of us have to work at it. um, so every time I build, I strive to do something better, um, and maybe get up to other people's level of building, for competitions. But that's not my overall goal. My overall goal is to build it, share what I've built, hope someone else likes it, and you never know. You might have done, even though it might not be the best out there, you might have done something, uh, a modification, a technique, or something that someone else is curious about or impressed by, and they want to know. They'll ask you and make conversation, and you share your tips, and what you've done or learned, and you might teach something to somebody else. That's what I love about the community. A lot of people are out there, very great people, very sharing. Um, and I'm fortunate enough to be around a really bunch of really great modelers, um, and I'm fortunate to call them friends. They share their techniques, this and that. I am learning so much from them, and I got to say, if I look at something I did 20 or 30 years ago, um, of course I've improved. Um, things will, or the more you do something, the better you get at it. Um, I think, but again, that's for me. That's what I like to do. Again, and if you're happy with what you build, that's all that matters in the end, because it's going to be sitting on your shelf, right? Um, the other thing about going to shows is you get to meet and talk with people, models you admire. Again, you might be asking someone else about a tip or technique. How did they do that? How did you do this? How did you do that? Um, and more, almost all the time, there people are willing to share with you. Um, so again, going to the shows, you make friends, you learn, you get inspired for your next build, maybe. Um, and then at the same time, by going to the shows, you're helping out that club that holding the show, because without it, if you're always thinking, "Oh, I might not be good enough to compete," or this or that, well, then a lot of people don't go to the show, and if you don't go to the show, then the show doesn't have a good chance of surviving. So it's like a hobby stores, your more brick and mortar hobby shops. If you people, I mean, some things you gotta get online. I understand that, but if you can still, you know, visit your local hobby shops, they'll keep them around, because a lot of times it's nice to put your physical hands on something right then and there, or and to not have to wait sometimes for a delivery. You can go and pick it up right off the shelf. But anyways, I'm running off track again. Go to the shows, have fun, look at the other stuff, and get inspired by the other stuff. Make friends, learn from your friends, share with your friends, fill up those tables, and it makes for a better show. Same thing. If I go to, I'm going to run off track again now, aren't I? So if you treat every show as if it was an N and L, just a gathering, not a competition, and just go for fun. I think I touched on everything. I make notes because my MS has affected my train of thought, my memory sometimes. So excuse me while I look at my notes here. Um, yeah, looks like I got everything. Yeah, and I probably rambled on long enough. Yeah, 8 minutes. All right. Well, um, remember to find some time to get into the zone, that scale model zone. All right. Thank you all for watching, and the spiel. If you like it, thumbs up. Make a comment if you'd like. But again, this is for Jason at Blue Ox Model Shop. Great guy. I met him at least a couple of years ago. Was it last year or a year before? I don't remember. But anyways, great guy and great channel. So give him a response in his comments, or make a video and respond to him. Let's all hear those opinions. All right. Enough for me tonight. Y'all take care, and we'll see you around. All right. Bye.